So I'm currently working on a vampire crawlers inspired game right now. This is still a rough prototype. It's something I've worked on for about a week on the side, alongside some other projects, and I just wanted to show it off right now. I built this game fully utilizing AI, utilizing a platform called spawn.co, which is totally free. You can go on there and build games and free of charge, and you get access to the latest models like Opus 4.8. But anyways, this is a game that I've been working on and plan to keep developing. It's mainly just like a really rough prototype at the moment, so I'm just focusing on getting like the core, like foundational features in. And so that's what I have right now. Combat, movement, like general progression, cards, different things like that. One thing that I really want to achieve with this is not just fully copying vampire crawlers. There's a lot that's very similar right now, but I want to take it a different direction and make it more condensed, fast-paced, and like basically you'll get more of like the long experience of vampire crawlers, but in like a shorter session. A single bite-sized session is where I'm going with this. So like in vampire crawlers, you have meta progression, you go into maps, you spend a lot more time trying to beat a map, and then you go back to the hub and you can spend your money on new crawlers and upgrades and things like that. I'm not going to do that. My goal is to like just keep you going through maps like crazy, and like really crank up the randomization and variation. And right now you can see a bug right now that I got to take care of. One, the clipping on the 2D models on some of them is a little bit scuffed. I got to fix that, but also the render order isn't set up right now, so sprites in the background can render over other sprites. That's something I'll be fixing. But I really want to crank up the randomization, so no two runs on a map will be the same. I'm not going to go like full what do you call it, random map generation, but instead just make it so like what shows up on the tiles is different each run, and I'll show that off here in a minute. And here you can see kind of the basic combat. I got leveling and XP set up. Really basic combat, no like fancy animations or anything. That's something that I will do later on when I'm, finished getting the foundation going. And let's see, this fight's taking a little bit long. Boom, we got him. Let's see, let's go with this because we have low mana pool. And so one big feature that I have implemented right now is something called capstone tiles. So each map will have a certain number of capstone tiles that can draw some of like the highest value things. So for example, you saw over there, that was a boss that we fought at the end of that tile. Over here, that was a boss. So this right here is a capstone tile, and on this map there's 3 capstone tiles, and you can draw a boss, you can draw elite mobs, you can draw a shrine, which you see right there, a randomized merchant where you can buy cards, or you can draw a treasure chest. So like right here is a shrine, and shrines are going to be one of the biggest ways to kind of buff up and also augment your cards. So shrines are going to play a really big role, and each shrine's going to have a shrine guardian that you have to defeat. These will probably change based on like the theme of the map. And so right here we got to beat the shrine guardian. He's pretty easy right now, and then you get to go into the shrine, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a full hill. You have your buffs right here. So when the shrine opens, you have different buffs, and these can roll different rarities. And later on, we'll have different buffs that you can get, so it won't just be the same 4 with different rarities. But right now, the rarity system's set up, and then you'll get to enchant 1 card. And right now, this is very basic, so it's just like one minor, like it just adds a bonus to the card. But later I want to make this more interesting augments that'll augment your cards, kind of change up their play and how they synergize with other cards. And then going back to talking about the tiles, so those are capstone tiles, and then you have like your basic tiles. And These are more of your general combat tiles. They will mainly they'll randomize different monster types, and random roll how much monsters you get in a fight. But also they can be elite mobs. I think this guy is considered an elite, but can't. But I'm not exactly sure. Let's see. And so let's go ahead and check out the merchant. So you come to him, you can only come to him once, and then you get to buy a card. And then you walk away. Right now you can buy more than one. I'm not sure. That's something that I'm kind of thinking of, like, so that's one of the big things is in Vampire Crawlers, you're building up gold so that you can go back and buy upgrades. But the way I'm building this game is that you're going to use your gold in your run. So a lot of things are going to cost gold, and I'm kind of currently deciding whether to let you buy one thing regardless of price, or just let you spend all your gold if you want to. And then one of the core aspects of this game is not only will the tiles be random rolled each map, and so you're gonna get variance that way, but my goal is to keep you shuffling through the maps like at a pretty rapid pace and have a bunch of different maps. And right now this is the only one that's implemented, but you're gonna go through portals. So each map's gonna have a portal at somewhere along the map, and when you go through a portal, it's gonna random roll from the map pool, and then you'll go to a different random map. And the idea is that so each run you'll draw a random map from the pool, and then based on the order that you receive the maps will kind of determine how difficult that experience is. Like, it'll influence drop rates and like the ability to get rare spawns, things like that. But also your level will play a part in all of that as well. So that's kind of the gist of the experience. Is you're just going through one run, you're jumping through a bunch of maps, and it's just one run. It's meant to be more of a bite-sized experience. Whenever you die, it's over. You start over again, and you just go through the random maps. I'm still focused on getting the core foundation up and running, and then I'm gonna start building a bunch of different maps and making combat a lot better, making things a lot more engaging and interesting. But anyways, yeah, I just wanted to show off like the early version of this prototype. If you like it, then go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more updates from it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.